Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Sunday, February the 11th. I hope you guys are having a good day today, a good weekend. And it's time to talk about MCP. I mean, it is becoming very important, and you can see that people in the VV app are actually really picking it up when it comes to like purchasing stuff for MCP. You can see that the rare comics, the floor has risen. You can see that the ultra rares are close behind on that. You can see that, the secret rares that we have in the collectible side of things that give you 6 points a day, they are starting to rise up as well. And you can see that people are really focusing on this. Now, myself, I just reached level 29, which isn't huge compared to a lot of people in the app, a lot of you that are watching, I know for sure. But my purchases over the last, like year or two have not been mostly MCP focused. I've spent a decent amount of money on certain collectibles, specifically Amazing Fantasies. Everybody knows here if you watch my channel, which, doesn't give me very much MCP, which is just kind of the reality of it all. But I'm starting to work my way up the charts here. I'm starting to really focus. In the past week or two, I've gone from having probably 250 MCP points per day on average, somewhere around that range, which doesn't seem like a whole lot, right? So now I'm up to almost 350 a day. So I'm really, really focusing on this area here, trying to improve and get better. And I reached level 29. So I know that's not absolutely massive, but I was pretty excited about it. Pretty happy to actually get to that level. I'm getting closer. I'm coming up there. I'm going to start increasing, getting faster here as time goes on, because the levels for your MCP as well, like your rank is what I meant to say. That's also going to come into play in the future on what they're going to do, right? We don't really exactly know what that's going to mean or like what that could possibly give us, depending on what rank you have. Like if you're level 100 or if you're level 29, maybe we'll get access to certain drops or certain exclusive stuffs. I don't know. It could happen. We'll see what happens with that, right? But anyway, rising up the ranks does take a long time, specifically because those points, they're these levels, they're so far like apart. Once you reach another one, I have like, a good amount of ways to go, even though I'm, slowly getting more points. So, my goal is to get up to about 500 points a day, in the next near future. I don't want to wait too long to get there. And the way that I'm going to try to do it is through, getting cheap secret rares, and also looking at those, the secret rare collectibles, and also looking at those rare comics. But the floor on those rare comics went from like 3.5 to 4. If you remember, the floor on rares was about 4. Okay. It was about 4, and now it's like 7. So, I'm not the only one, right? Everybody's picking it up and everybody's gearing it up and ramping it up, which is quite something. So, if you actually look right here, if we talk about the lucky dragon drop, now that drop, I did not spend any MCP points for, and I wasn't able to land the drop. Okay. Like I went for it, like a lot of you did. I decided not to use my MCP points for it. Even though, I really did debate doing it, because to get that golden dragon, in the year of the dragon. And by the way, I'm wearing a dragon shirt. Check it out right here. In case you guys want to see this, look at this. I'm wearing my dragon shirt right here, just because it's the year of the dragon right there. So I hope you guys appreciate that. And by the way, I was born in the year of the dragon. So this is my year for luck. Maybe I'll land some more secret rares or something like that. We'll see what happens. But anyway, the minimum successful, the average successful bid, this is important, 42,000 points, which is crazy, right? So you had to bid high in order to get this one. This is the average successful bid. So then after that, people were wondering, I bid like, I don't know, 15,000. And, and somebody who bid 5,000, like when they were posting on social media, won, and what's going on with that? And is the whole system broken? Well, the system wasn't broken. We found out really quickly right after, and good for Vivi for posting this and posting actually the average successful bid results, because people were wondering about that. Like how high did we need to go on this particular drop? And on other drops, right? All this information is good for us, but they said that, the lower bidders, they didn't win over the higher bidders. What happened is that some of those people won with the 60% allocation, back into the public, right? Like where I would have been if I would have been selected, right? So some of those people won, even though they bid, they didn't get the bid part. They actually just fell lucky and got into the, 60% part. So, that's really good news. That shows that the system seems to be working. So the people who did bid high, they were the ones who were successful and got it. Now, I did a poll question just the other day. It just ended yesterday. This is a very quick one. Only 221 221 votes because I only did it over a couple of hours. But I wanted to see, how many points did people bid on this drop or this dragon drop? This is all information you need to jot down for the future, to plan out what your approach is going to be when they come up with other comics and other collectibles, specifically ones that you think, are going to do very well. This dragon one is doing incredibly well, on the secret rare side of things. The other one is doing okay, actually. It's not that bad. But, people did lose some gems on that if they got the other one, if they wanted to go for this as a straight flip lottery, that kind of thing, right? So I wouldn't suggest doing that, if unless you have a really good overall drop, right? So I do think the dragon drop was pretty good overall. The numbers were pretty nice. I didn't think there was a lot of risk in that at 20 gems. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but check it out right here. Here's the poll question results. How many points did you bid on that dragon drop? The Tokidoki one. 5,000 to 10,000 dominated the bid, dominated the poll here with 47%. But right after that, over 20,000 people went high. They went big. Like at least, over 31% is what I meant to say, went over 20,000 on their bid. So they went big. They went hard. They went at it. And that's interesting to see because in that middle range, people either just basically bid kind of like the minimum and just to see what would happen. And then people went hard at the top. So I think this might be a template for what's going to happen in the future is that when we have a drop that there's something lucrative and potentially, awesome to land that people really kind of want to really go for, they're going to maybe just throw in the minimum bid right here and see what happens on, I don't think that's going to work. Obviously, I think this particular drop that happened, people were testing it out to see if they did 5 to 10,000, would they get it? But we found that 42,000 was the average winning bid. So you're going to have to go deep. You're going to have to go far if you get like a Wolverine or something like that. Right. So this is kind of what we're learning because we're all learning about this. This isn't set in stone. We're going to see what happens. But when they announce something massive, and it's scarce, and I think we all think that's probably going to be like a Wolverine style drop or something like that, or a Grogu maybe. It better be. You better don't worry, Grogu. I'm saving all my points for Grogu. All my points are going to Grogu. So anyway, if we get something like that, as we all know, you better go deep with the points because if you really want to land that drop, it's going to be something. Now, the crazy part is that there's not that many people who can go deep multiple times, like 100,000 points or something. If I go 100,000 points, if you actually look at my, where is it right here? My profile, and I have work to do here, but I have 117,000 points. That's all I got. So if we get a Grogu drop and I go 100,000 points, well, maybe I have one more drop that I could really go after at 17,000 or 20,000 or whatever I am at that point. I would think if Grogu comes in a few months from now, I'll be like 125 or 130,000 points, somewhere in that range, maybe. So if I go 100,000 all in on Grogu or the Mando, I'm not going to have much left over for the next stuff, right? So we'll see what happens, right? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, we're going to have to be very selective. If you want to chop off 5,000 points every drop, you're going to dwindle yourself down. You're going to kind of take away. So, I wouldn't necessarily suggest that unless, you just want to keep testing the system. And if you go by the poll question right here, and this is not speaking for everybody. This was a quick one. I mean, let's do this again on the next drop and see what happens. But a lot of people tested this one, but some people who just, they didn't want to mess around, they went straight for the 20,000 plus. And, if they landed the rare on it, then, it wasn't really worth it at all. But some people landed that secret rare and didn't even bid points. So I my thought on that is I put out a video about the MCP and about this whole thing. And my thought personally on it, here's my level 29, which I'm excited about. I know I'm not super high, guys, but I'm getting there. But I did another thing right here, and I wanted to get your guys' opinion about this live right here because I tweeted this out, and any opinion is 100% valid. I want to know what all of you think because I got varying opinions on the results of this on my tweet. I had decent, about 30 people respond to this, not a ton. So that's why I wanted to bring it up right here. But my thought is that because if people are going to bid high, I want them to be rewarded. Okay. So, I was thinking that in this, I might be completely off base here. You guys let me know. But, right now it's at 40% of the drop. Okay. And like I said, I don't have tons of MCP. So me saying this does not benefit me in any way. In fact, this actually would hurt my chances, right? But my thought is that, for Vivi to look at it and adjust it over time here, the potentially of allocating more to the, bidders as opposed to less. So like we had 40%, which I think is pretty good. I'm not complaining about that. But for going maybe to 60%, or 50%, where the bidders get that priority on it, specifically because there's people who have like, a lot of points, right? And if they want to use those points and go after some of these items and stuff like that, I think they should be rewarded. What I noticed afterwards, on X, on socials, is that people were like saying they bid, but they didn't get it. And that was a disappointing kind of thing to do. Not the people who bid like 5,000, okay? Not the people who bid like down here, just testing it out. But the people who went like 15,000, 12,000, maybe even 22,000 and didn't land it, they didn't lose those points, okay? So that's good. The points went back, so no harm done. But, I was thinking that the people who actually, I'll talk about this comic in a sec. But the people who bid higher, I thought the feeling of disappointment you get when you bid higher and then don't land it is not a good experience, right? So if Evie's trying to create a really good experience here, it's not going to work for everybody. Not everyone's going to be happy. People are going to miss out 100%. We know that. But I think that if you actually think about it and you want people to have a better experience with the drop, if they bid and use points and decide that they're going to spend points on that drop, that's a big decision we're going to find out here as time goes on. I think there should be more allocated for people who do that. It's just the way I personally think. Just my personal opinion. I think, people who bid should have even more priority, right? And so that would mean that people who bid like 5,000 or 10,000 would have a better chance, than the rest of the 60% of us that don't bid at all. And I think that's appropriate personally. So you're going to have the people who bid super high. And guys, this is just my opinion. So if I'm completely out to lunch, let me know. It's all good. This is what I want. I want to hear what you think, right? But if people are bidding, they're going to bid, some people are going to bid high and they're going to go after these drops, this drag and drop. They're going to go 42,000 or whatever, like this one right here, 42,000. They're going to go there. So that's fine. Okay. So those people will have a chance, the best chance. But then there's going to be people who are going to bid like 12,000. And if somebody bids 12,000, and they decide to do it, and maybe they only have 100,000 points, maybe there's someone like myself, I think those people should have a good shot at getting it too. More than the people who don't bid at all. I think the people who don't bid at all, like the 60%, should have the least amount of chance of getting the drop. And I'm like one of those people. So I'm not trying to benefit me here. I just think that they should be more allocated to incentivize bidding. This is just the way I'm thinking of it here. But, we'll see what Vivi wants to do. You guys, give the feedback that you think is right. And as we get more drops, and we'll see how this develops. But we're gonna have to probably wait for another drop that has some scarce, potential here, like some like lucrative, secret rare, which is what they're kind of doing. You notice that they're doing this now. Vivi's getting pretty smart about their drops to incentivize us to go after stuff, by giving us a chase figure that is like a chase collectible that is really scarce and pretty cool, but mostly just scarce. I mean, the dragon drop is fun and everything, but it's not like it's like, the first appearance of some major character that we all know. I mean, it's not like that kind of thing. It's not like it's a Wolverine or something. So obviously the incentive to use points there is because of the scarcity of that item. It's like it has a potential. You can see it's about 600 gems in the market right now on the aftermarket, the dragon. And it's, it should be higher actually. I mean, it's only 88 of them, I mean, it should be higher. It will be higher. Okay. Just do people want to spend 600 on that right now? But if you look around, if you look at the market and you look at the items that have, sub 100 editions, available, everything around that dragon is worth quite a bit more than the dragon right now. The dragon should be over 1,000, and it probably will get there at some point. I don't have the money or the gems to go buy one in the market, but if I did, I mean, it's probably I don't own one, right? So it's probably a smart buy at 600 or whatever it is at the moment I looked at it this morning, because the scarcity is going to push it over 1,000 or whatever, probably. But who knows if that will mean that you'll actually be able to, land that drop. So I'm not really sure if you actually be able to like sell it at that price, but like, I'm not really sure. Right. So hopefully I didn't rug right here. Did I rug you guys? I'm looking at my thing right here and I'm not, it doesn't look like I'm actually moving right here. Let me just double check. Sorry, hopefully let me know in the chat. Am I having any technical difficulties? I think I'm probably okay. But anyway, so let me know what you guys think about that. That's really what I want to know for sure, right? And we'll talk more about it as time goes on right here. And like I said, I am at 117,000 points right now, because all of my previous purchases have not been MCP focused necessarily. And I went kind of high with those amazing fantasies. So now if you go to my collection, what I'm doing right now is I actually picked up Miss Minutes last night. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was a good little set for me, Miss Minutes. I'm actually I have Ghost Spider listed right now at the moment, although I'm debating keeping it because I found a nice mint on her, like a lower one, but just for a collector's sake. But there's another secret rare that I want to go get, but I'm not going to say what yet because I want to go get it and to add more points. But I picked up Miss Minutes last night. If you look at my my post right here, I got her for 27. And the cool thing about that for me personally is that she gives me that set as well, and she's a secret rare. And if you go to my profile, it's cool. What it did is it bumped me up 60 collectibles, 20 sets, and so it seems like I don't have a lot, but if you go and dive into my comics, they're really transitioning into mostly rares and of course 3-digit commons and of course amazing fantasy. So that's where I'm sitting at. So if this happens, okay, where is it right here? I keep bumping around right there. If this happens right here, okay, this will not benefit me, but I do think it could be the right play, right? So you guys let me know what you think about that for sure. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is this with the Epic Games and Disney and all that stuff and Fortnite and what this means potentially. Now, I did a video on that and I gave some of my thoughts about what it could mean. I'm probably like way off, I mean, I don't know. I'm not in the VV-verse. I don't have access, so I don't have any knowledge or inside info. But my guess with this whole thing, if you watched the video I did, was that, the VV-verse could be somehow connected to this as another place you could go to. We know certain things about the VV-verse, and I know there's people in the chat that know so much more. Like Fro, how you doing? Thanks for the comment on the great pickup last night with Miss Minutes. It was about time. Sorry, I wanted to use that one. I actually put that in my tweet as well. I bought Miss Minutes and it was about time, right? If you watch the Loki show, you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I know that you know what's going on, or at least I don't know if you know what's going on in regards to this kind of stuff. But this is the kind of thing that, gets everybody thinking. This whole world building that, Disney's looking at doing, going digital, getting into gaming with Fortnite. You're not going to be able to play Fortnite with your VV stuff. I mean, that's not what anybody thinks is going to happen. But my thought is that one of these little islands right here, one of these places you can connect to, walk around in, be a part of, and go from world to world, could be the VV verse, because that's how it's being built, you guys. It's being built exactly the same way with exactly the same back end companies and everything. You have your avatar, you can walk around, you can look at your collectibles. And I see VV as a store. VV is a shop, it's a store. It's not a game. It's not it's not a Ready Player One experience. It's a store, right? We're buying collectibles here. But the VV verse, of course, obviously is a place to kind of like play. And if Disney is getting, more into this side of things and they're going with Epic Games, because, why not hook up with Fortnite? They're massive. They already have that, all the IPs in there. They already have everything. And so if they have this whole kind of thing, I think this is just the digital frontier coming up is going to be an interesting one. I think VV's one of these places, that you'll be able to connect to. This is just how I see it. Now, I could be completely out to lunch. Maybe it's not connected at all, right? But just if you look at the companies that are like VV's working with, it's all right there, Now, will they be a part of the Fortnite game and all that kind of stuff? No one's thinking that. They're not going to be in there, but I don't know, maybe your collectibles, you'll be able to display them, because we did see the partner statue down here, and we know there's a real life statue of it too. So, and there's no mention of VV specifically, but I see VV as being one of these little worlds over here, like the VV verse. You can go there. You can walk through there with your avatar and all that kind of stuff. I don't see why that wouldn't be the case. So I really want to know what you guys think about that for sure. Please let me know. I mean, I got a lot of good feedback and comments on the video I made, a few days ago about it, where I gave my opinion about it. And that's all it is, just my opinion. And people were like, "Oh, you're nuts. You're crazy." And then other people were like, "You're not nuts. We're crazy," right? Like, it's quite funny to see the interactions and the different things that people think. And it's all good, right? It's all part of it for sure right now. Just before I get back to VV and stuff, I wanted to mention something over here. Our friends at Cryptoys, which is pretty cool right here, they're doing something new. And this for me is really cool that they're doing something new right here. I'm really appreciating this right here, because if you remember, okay, let's just talk about what they're doing first. The blister pack available February the 14th of a specific character. Now, there's no marketplace yet, but they're teasing it, of course, right? And if you go to the marketplace thing on here, it says coming soon and all that. But here's the blister pack available for February the 14th of the Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey. Get ready for the rare Disney Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey Cryptoy blister pack available February the 14th for $29.99. And they told us how many are available. So you can see that they're just moving into that direction. Now, this all comes, I believe, from the whole Yoda experience thing that went down. So if we back up a little bit, and I don't mind taking some credit here because I listened to your guys' feedback, made a video about it, and Cryptoys responded to my video and other people's feedback as well about the Yoda experience, where you had to go in and buy all of the stuff, in a blind box format. Hopefully you qualified for the Yoda by buying as much and getting all the rarities. Then you get that Yoda, And so then the question came, well, what about the rest of us, who can't afford to do that or whatever, are willing to do that? Is there a chance we could go in and get a character we want later in a different kind of way? So this looks to be exactly that. This is not Yoda, of course. This is more Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey. But this idea of having a single character available where you can just go get it or not is exactly what I would have wanted. Now, on Disney Pinnacle, they have the revolving storefront on their app, right? And of course, this is Disney and this is Cryptoys, and Cryptoys, Cryptoys, you're doing great. I love it. I'm just watching and waiting. I saw the little game tweet and everything like that. Everything's kind of coming together nicely, slowly but nicely. And I'm completely patient. For me, it's fine. But having the chance to get the character that you want and get it, as opposed to like blind boxing all the time, is really key. Like I've blind boxed a decent amount on Cryptoys, but I haven't gone too crazy because, look, honestly, I only have so much money to go around on these digital collectibles. And I'm trying to be very patient. There's very specific ones on this platform that I want and that I will want to go after once the marketplace opens, for sure. Like the common Vader, right? But Yoda, for example, is another one. If they do that, they give us another chance to get Yoda. We can go after Yoda, but these are limited, right? So there's not that many of them. I believe this guy here has got like 3,000 of them, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's not that many of these blister packs. So, it's really cool to see this. I like this advancement for them, this way of doing it, so we can go after a character that we might want. And so if they drop these in there every now and again, that's going to be great. The Disney Pinnacle app has got that revolving store. So if you buy a capsule on Disney Pinnacle, the pins, right? And if you're not in there, well, hopefully you get in there soon. I'm not spending a ton in there, but I've got my Star Wars stuff, because they're fun. If you get the capsule, it's blind box, right? You don't know which one you're going to get, but you know at least like the IP, right? So you can get the Star Wars one. And then, of course, they have those limited drops, for me, they're like $69, they're $70 Canadian. So I'm not going there unless they come out with something really crazy. I was tempted on the Darth Maul stuff on Pinnacle, but no. So they have those little capsules and you'll get one of them in there. But in the little store, the revolving store, you can go in there every few hours. I think it's like 3.5 to 4 hours, 3 hours, something like that. They drop new ones. There's only 3 now. There was a point where there was 4 in there. So there's only 3 now. And there's usually only one from each of their IPs that they're showing right now. So right now in there, I think there's Jyn Erso, from Rogue One. If you watch that movie, right, there's a basic one of her in there. So I've been watching that store because director Krennic, if you guys don't know, he's in Rogue One. He's one of my favorite Star Wars characters. He's super fun. So I'm looking at that one, and I'm looking to get him from the revolving store. So I'm gonna have to go and do the capsule. So I like this, giving us the chance to get what we want, because on platforms like Vivi, we can go after and just we can into the store. We still have the blind box aspect of it with the secret rares and everything like that. But it's nice to have a collectible you can go after if you want. Now over on McFarlane, they had the Green Lantern, and I'm really apologize to my audience here, to you guys. I wasn't able to cover this drop. I've just IRL right now in January and February is pretty crazy for me. So I wasn't able to actually cover this drop, but it's pretty damn cool, right? So you can see it right here. If you want to go do Green Lantern or Yellow Lantern, and then of course, if you go down here, there's the Red Lantern. They all look really cool. Now, of course, Green Lantern on Vivi, the animated one, I think actually looks better. And I'm going to be honest about that. I think it looks better on, the animated Green Lantern, but of course we don't have the Yellow Lantern or the Red Lantern. So it's a pretty cool drop. You can go in there and you can pick up a basic one for 15 Matic, which is nice and super cheap if you guys want to do that. So that's an interesting one right there. We'll see how much more comes along with McFarlane and other stuff that they drop. I'm always paying attention. I would have done a video on this one. I just didn't have the time to do it. So I will be covering as time goes on for sure, right? The other thing as well is on Candy, this Teen Titans comic is still available. It has not sold out yet. So you can go there and check that one out. And by the way, the Bat Cowls, I was seeing them at like 200, so it's pretty interesting to see like the Bat Cowl prices right now have not skyrocketed since they've made the transition over right here. And, for me personally, that's a good thing because I still have to acquire my Bat Cowl back again. Because I sold my Bat Cowl before the merge. I sold it before they went over because I wanted to see what would happen. And I've been saying I want to get a new one. I'm just waiting for the right one to pop up that I like. And I've seen some prices on them at like about $200. So this is really good for me as a buyer. So interesting over here on DC on Candy. And by the way, this was really fun too. On X, I was so lucky to get a follow from Candy. So thank you, Candy. If you guys are watching, I really appreciate that. I mean, it's just me, right? It's fun because I've never had like DC NFT or anybody or any of those platforms. I never had them follow me or really pay attention to me at all on X or anything like that for the videos I've been doing, which is, whatever. It's all good. I'm doing the videos for us, right? And for myself and you guys. But it was cool. They followed me. So I really appreciate that from Candy. They seem to be more interactive with the community, specifically on X and social media. So, anyway, this comic is a beauty right here. Not sold out yet, so you can still go get it. And you can get it in the aftermarket for a decent price. But this cover right here looks awesome. And it's funny because this comic and the drop on Vivi happened very close together. So you can see that that DC is like coordinating their stuff as well, right? And you can see that over on McFarlane, they got, the Green Lantern, Cryptoys has got Disney. All these IPs are working with these platforms specifically. And of course, there's HROs doing some really cool stuff as well with DC. So, all of these like platforms are benefiting from working with these top IPs. And really, it just benefits us, right, as collectors. So we just got to keep on pushing the envelope and making sure that they actually do the things we want them to do for sure. Right now, this comic right here, this is coming out. I was going to predict this comic because it's getting close to Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day soon to all you lovebirds out there. And, this is, I knew this comic was coming. We all knew this comic was coming. If you're a comic book, collector or whatever, this comic is quite known, it's, IRL. It's from the mid 80s. I remember I was a kid. I saw this comic. I thought it was I just cringed because I was like 10 years old or something like that. And I was like, look at that heart on there. Right. But anyway, it's kind of a famous one. People know it. And it's a Valentine's Day fun thing. But the cool thing about it, and I'll do a whole review on this comic right here and give you some more backstory and my opinions about it. You can see the ultra rare and all that. Looks pretty funny, right? But this one's actually pretty good because look, it's 5,000 editions again and 125 secret rares. So, this one's going to sell out, right? Because, 5,000 edition comics usually sell out on the app, specifically if it's like a Spider-Man, and it's kind of a fun one, right? And I do like this. I'm going for all the Amazing Spider-Man. So I'll get my 3-digit here in the aftermarket for sure, right? But I'll do a full breakdown on it. But that one's coming up pretty soon as well, right? So that's going to be fun to go after. Now, I wanted to ask you guys because I started the live stream with this MCP adjustment stuff about the 60%. Let me know what you think. Now, just before I get to the chat, because I can't wait to talk to you guys. Just before I get to the chat, I got my drop head rewards going out today live here on the live stream. And if you've been watching Omi, you know that you're going to need a drop head to get into the Omi rewards because we're over 1 million now. And another 25,000 is going out today to my members. We're just going to keep on giving you Omi for owning drop heads. And if you're not a member of the channel, that's cool. That's good. I appreciate you guys just being here watching, subscribed or not. It's all good. But if you want to get into the program, become a member, get your free drop head NFT, and you'll get into the Omi club. And you might win Omi. It's, there's people who have lots of drop heads. So, but anybody can win, right? And we do it every week. 25,000 more is going out today right here. I'm going to give you guys a chance if you don't have a spot, or if you do have spots, I'll give you another spot today to get into this. I'm going to give you a drop head 3 going out today, which will give you 3 spots. So that's going to be cool. So that's going out live here after I get through the chat and talk to you guys. And then we got our comic book rewards are going out here today too for members of the channel. So, we've given out over 600 comics, you guys. I've gone to the post office a ton sending these comics out, right? And hopefully we've created some comic book collectors here. If you own a drop head, you win a chance to get a comic book for sure, right? So we got 5 going out today. I'll show you quickly what they are right here. And here's some of our drop head different ones. This zombie is going to go out to somebody here in the chat today. And I'm also going to give away a Plastic Man because he does what he wants. And he'll give you 3 spots too. And by the way, there is another secret drop coming up for drop head soon. So just stay tuned. I'm just working on it in the background. But anyway, let's scroll down here. The first comic that's going out to you guys, to members, and anybody here who could win that drop head today, is Star Wars Annual number 2 from 1982 with Han Solo on the cover. I wanted to do a little Star Wars thing because we got that Biker Scout and everybody last week. And that drop, by the way, killed it. And those collectibles are doing very well right now. and people love them. So perfect drop, a Star Wars drop. And some of the Star Wars drops have not done well on VV. So it's basically a perfect drop. I'm pretty excited about that. So anyway, we got this one right here for you. And this one's going out today. And then the comic number 2 is I'm going to give you the reprint of the Spider-Man comic that we actually got in the app. You know, this is Marvel Tales 176. This is actually the reprint of Amazing Spider-Man 37. So you guys will like this one. I couldn't get you Amazing Spider-Man 37, but I got you the next best thing. So that one's going to our members right here. And then because we had that Green Goblin focus, I'm going to give you a Web of Spider-Man with a cool Green Goblin cover. Lots of fun right there. I love this cover. It's a pretty fun classic one right there. So that's going out. Then comic 4, I wanted to give a little bit of a more older comic, a better comic with Green Goblin as well. Amazing Spider-Man 178 with the Goblin in there. So that's a really nice comic for you guys. That one's going out to my members right there for you today. And then the last comic right here that I'm going to give you is another Bronze Age with Captain America right in there and Iron Man. So this is just another one right here. Just a cool cover from the mid 1970s. This is comic number 5. So those are going to go out to you guys today. And first, before we do that, in a little while after I talk to you guys, I'm going to give this one away to the chat, which gets you 3 spots. And this one away to the chat, which gets you 3 spots. So 6 more spots going out, 5 comics, and 25,000 OMI, which is on the rise. And so if you don't own a drop head, you're missing out. I'm just telling you. I'm going to shill my own thing right there. It's true. You're missing out. But anyway, let's get to the chat. I want to talk to you guys and see how you're doing. Give me your feedback about what I was talking about, you know, with the MCP stuff. What do you think about my notion of taking it to 60%? Or do you think it's actually okay? Or do you think it should be less, right? And what are you doing for MCP right now? Christopher's in the house. How you doing, Christopher? Great to see you. Jason's here. How you doing? You put the MC in MCP. No, I don't. I'm way down. I'm way down in the MCP game, guys. I have a lot of catch up to do, but I'm working hard. I'm telling you. All of my purchases in the past have not been, but I appreciate that. I know. All of my purchases in the past up to this point, up to about a month and a half ago, have not really been focused on MCP. I've kind of fought with that, but now like it's pretty clear. I should have done this like 6 months ago, but it's okay. You know, it's as long as you start, you know, and as long as you get going on it and really focus on it. I've transitioned a few things and raised my daily points average up by almost 100 in the past like week or two, about a week and a half or so. So I've gone like 100 more points per day. You know, and that's not easy to do if you're like, unless you're spending money, just spending money. So I'm doing my best, but thanks, man. Michael's here. How you doing, Michael? Good to see you again. Free is here. How you doing, Free? Good morning to you as well. It's Sunday, day 11th. It's getting close to Valentine's Day, guys. You better get, guys, I know my audience is a lot of guys. You better get ready now. Plan now for Valentine's Day. You can start with that VV comic. Jason, MC, a rare is 7. A rare for 7 is low-hanging fruit at the moment. I know, it used to be 3.5 and 4, and that's when I started buying. And just around 5. So now it's, it's $6.99. I watch it every day, all day. I'm all over these rare comics. And, you know, I'm just waiting. It's the ultra rares. There's a couple of Tarzans under 10. Those are 3 points a day. But my focus is still on those secret rares that we have in the app that on the collectible side of things that are still around 20 gems a piece. Those are key right there. I have almost all of them, right? Lucky 13ish, how you doing? Great to see you. Thanks for coming out. Look, it's Kid Arcade. How's it going, Kid Arcade? Hey, I saw your post, I think from last night, that you did a live art piece, like a painting at a live show. Guys, if you didn't see that, go over to Kid Arcade's X page and check it out. Very cool. And yeah, I saw that you were live this morning too. I watched for a little bit as I was getting ready. So good to see you, Kid Arcade. Thanks so much. Kid Arcade only has 89,000 points. You see, some of the stuff we buy is not for MCP. But I think we're all trying to make that adjustment. But you'll get there. You're going to have to save that for one Wolverine or something. all in on Wolverine. There you go. Just one big one. Boom. And that would be worth it if you landed a secret rare, if they Miles Morales it. So do stamps earn MCP? Yeah, everything earns MCP. just the MCP articles on Vivi. Just go to Vivi's website and just go to the MCP article. It's probably a good opportunity to do a refresher on that. But a stamp, a the different rarities have slightly different points, and yeah, stamps earn it. If you there's certain restrictions to stacking and stuff like that, so you have to look at the article, right? So, but yeah, all collectibles earn the MCP. They all do for sure, right? And interacting in the app, posting in the feed, buying from the store, buying from the market, all these things give you daily points. So if you're active every day, buying stuff, selling stuff, buying stuff from the store, interacting in the feed, all that kind of stuff, you're going to earn more points than just your collectibles alone. And of course, there's OMI that you could just put in the app. And we found from Vivi actually that actually from Ecomi, if we actually look at I don't have to bring up the post, but Ecomi tweeted out on X that you get about 700 points a day right now if you actually have the 10 million OMI in the app. I believe that's what they tweeted out, that you get 700 points. So, there's lots of ways to get MCP other than buying collectibles. But if you're going to put a lot of OMI in the app, you better buy your OMI, when it's cheap. Otherwise, you're better off buying collectibles, right? Der Harbinger, how you doing? Great to see you. Thanks for coming out today. Always awesome to see you guys. And I apologize I wasn't live this week. I'm right in the middle of basketball season coaching. So, but we're getting the playoffs have started. So my schedule will open up shortly here as well. Come on, how you doing? Thanks for coming out. Season 3 OG. If it's truly random, then people can't get mad if they don't get picked. Seems fair to me. Yeah, it is, right? It's supposed to be truly random. And my thought about the allocation of the 60% as opposed to 40% is that it's very simple. So like if you bid, okay, what we're noticing, this is what we're noticing, what I've noticed on socials after and in the Twitter spaces and on YouTube. And what I've noticed is that if somebody does bid, whether it's, like if it's a serious bid, for example, like a serious bid for the dragon to me is anything over 10,000, like they were like, okay, you know what? Let's add a bit more. Let's actually try for this. So they go 10,000 to 15,000, somewhere in that range. And to me, that's more of a serious bid, right? And then to not land it is a disappointing feeling. Now, of course, it's disappointing if you don't land it, obviously. But when you do the bidding thing and you think you might have a chance, and then you find out later that it was 42,000 was the average, winning bid, and everyone's like, "Whoa, okay, we're gonna have to step it up," and that's fine, that's great. But if they allocated a little bit more to people who bid, then maybe some of those 15,000s would have won. And I just think that's a better experience because if you're not bidding on a drop that has a good potential scarcity, I think in the back of our heads, if we're not bidding at all, we kind of know we don't have a great shot at it. And, you can kind of accept that ahead of time. Like if you don't bid and you don't land it, it's not as disappointing as if you bid and don't land it. So if they are looking for user experience and to have people enjoy the process a bit more, I personally think that upping the amount available to people who are bidding is probably the good idea. Now, that's just my opinion, and we'll see how this goes. It's so early still, but that's my rationale behind it, So I might be nuts. You might think I'm crazy, but this is what I'm thinking right here, right? So, Dr. Flavor, how you doing? We got another doctor in the house. I think they should start doing MCP points to buy OMI. Damn those VV marketing, they are terrible. They're trying, you guys. They're building their marketing, and we'll see where they go from here. Not a bad idea right there for sure. Tho, how you doing? 50-50 seems fair. Yeah, you up it a little bit, test that out. They can test this out, it doesn't have to be locked in at 40. They probably will, and, because you don't lose your points if you bid. And, that's the good news about it. If you bid and lost your points, that would be like a nightmare. But obviously that's not the case. So it's good. So, but if you bid and you don't get it and you have points, you used points to try to go for it. It's good because you still get that second chance with the non bidders, like the people who didn't use points. And people won that way. It was funny, right? People won by bidding, on the dragon, like say 7,000. They didn't get it there, but they fell into the 60% and they got it there with the rest of us, right? And so then it created a lot of confusion because people were like, well, wait a second. I bid 15,000 and didn't get it. And this guy over here that I know only bid 7,000 and he got it. And so people were confused. People were like, what's going on? Are they rewarding it to people who bid less? And then VV tweeted out right away, no, we're good. Those people won in the public, 60%. But wouldn't it have been better if that person who bid, who actually did win it in the public, wouldn't it be better if they just won on the bidding side of it? It would have avoided all confusion, right? More so. So allocating more to bidders, I think, is probably the better option here. I'm just from the start, right? So, Jake, you can't keep increasing everything for bidders. It doesn't encourage new users or people who aren't going to purchase thousands of items. Yeah, there's definitely that to consider. So that's why I think they still allocate a certain amount, of course, over to people who aren't bidding. And to me, 40% is still a good chunk, or 50%. To me, that's still a good chunk. So just my opinion. But yeah, they have to find the balance. So I'm not sure what the balance is yet. But I think that at this day and age right now, personally myself, that, there's more of us here that have points to spend to bid. As time goes on, in 6 months, if they give us a bunch of nice drops, the amount of points that people have to participate are going to shrink, right? Because we're not gaining points as fast as we're bidding points. If they keep the minimum threshold at 5,000, we're going to burn through our points pretty quickly if they give us lots of really good drops. Because this dragon drop was a 42%, like 40,000 bids on this one, right? 40,000 MCP, 42,000 was the average. So that's just on this. That's not even a popular IP. Like Tokidoki's cool, but I mean, that's because it was scarce. Could you imagine if they do this with like Star Wars or something, right? So I do agree with you, man. That's something they have to balance. And I still think 40% is pretty good for new people to have a shot, Cam, hey everybody, how you doing? Good to see you, Cam. Thanks for coming out. Cam picked up a couple of Dazzler comics in case they drop a Deadpool trailer at the Super Bowl. Yeah, it's Super Bowl Sunday, so I have a Dazzler comic. And by the way, I got a Dazzler comic saved for drop head holders. Just throwing that out there in the background for whenever they release that comic or whenever they do something. I got one saved for you guys. So just know one day Dazzler's going to make another appearance because I gave away a Dazzler comic on the channel to members already, which is pretty cool. But yeah, man, we'll see what happens. The house might explode. Lady Deadpool might explode if she's there. But what if Taylor Swift is Lady Deadpool or something? You know what I mean? There's been hints, so keep your eyes open. Adril Darrow, how you doing? I think you're spot on, MC. Let's burn all these points. Yeah, possibly, right? I mean, it's just my opinion about it, but we'll see how it goes. Viva la Vivi, how you doing? I'm a fan of the MCP launch. I have just over 1.5 million MCP and plan to stack until the big hitters arrive. Yeah, that's the other thing. So the Omi in the app gives you 700 a day, and that's pretty damn good. If you max out your Omi, you get 700. That's what Ikomi tweeted out, right? Like 2 days ago. So, and Randy Chavez has been giving us a lot of really good content and coverage on that too. He's been really breaking down this MCP stuff too. So make sure you're obviously following what Randy's talking about. He's giving a lot of good numbers there. But yeah, when the big hitters arrive, I mean, we have big hitters here already, but if they keep this going, I mean, they're going to have a hard time catching up. You know what I mean? So the only way you catch up is if you go all in. And so, we have the bronze tickets coming. There's going to be all sorts of interesting things that happen with this. We'll see how it goes. Viva la Vivi again. I don't have many low mints, but it does feel right to reward those who have smaller collections made up of selective mints or grails. Yeah, so this is why I'm level 29, right? And this is why some other people aren't super high. it's not because they haven't spent a lot of money in the app or they're not collectors here. It's because they haven't focused on MCP by buying all the cheap stuff, or they've put a lot of money into items that do not give you MCP rewards. So this is the really interesting balance that Vivi has to figure out, because I've said a long time on this channel that people with big valued collections, and own like high level items, you want to make sure that those high level items are protected and people see value in them aside from just the value alone. Because right now, if you go out and you spend $2,400 or gems on a partner statue, because that's kind of what the floor is, you could destroy MCP with 2,400 gems. So, and then that MCP can get you the big drops in the future. So the only incentive of owning the most expensive stuff here is because it's highly sought after and collectible, which is fantastic. But I personally do think they need to incentivize, or they need to reward those people more, because people with low mints, they don't get in. They get a little, there's a low mint, extra little blip, I think. I have to look back into it again, but there is a little bit there. But if you have low mints, if you're like a 41 hunter and you're like, got special mints, this kind of stuff, you're not getting any MCP on those collections. And, like I have, and this does personally affect me personally, because if you own high valued items, like an Amazing Fantasy comic, I mean, an Amazing Fantasy, like uncommon at 175 gems gives you the same points as, Spider-Man 2 uncommon at 1.5 gems. You know what I mean? And to me, I know we can't go too far into the market value of items for MCP rewarding, because then people could manipulate the system pretty easily, by upping the value of like worthless collectibles, to make them MCP cash cows. So you can't have that. So there's something in there. I don't know the answer, but there's something in there that, we can try to figure out, and Vivi can figure out to suggest, where you reward something. Like you have to reward the high-end stuff too. Because if the MCP is becoming such an important factor to get the new high-end stuff, you don't want to have people not wanting to buy high-end stuff because they could use those gems to go MCP crazy. You know what I mean? But at some point, and I think it'll balance out. This is the other side of that, though. At some point, the MCP the ability to get cheap MCP is disappearing. Okay? It's already happening. So if you have a 250 gem comic book, okay, and it's a common, like Amazing Fantasy, every single day right now, at least it's trending this way, that 250 gems is not going to get you as many MCPs in the market as it did the day before or the next day. So the 250 gems that you would, like you trade in that Amazing Fantasy for 250 gems, and you go take those 250 gems and you go into the market and you soup up your MCP buying a bunch of cheap stuff, that gives you good points because you're thinking ahead, right? In a week from now, that 250 is not going to get you so far as far as it is today, because people are buying up all the cheap MCP stuff, like the rare comics. They went from 3.5 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7. And people aren't selling those because they're getting MCP out of it. So people are, there's people who are still trying to flip that stuff, of course, here and there. But people are buying these rare comics, and they're just leaving them in a collection because they get 2 points. So this is a good thing for the people who have high level collectibles, because over time, you won't liquidate your high level stuff to go MCP hunting as much, because you're not going to get that far. So in 6 months from now, how are people going to really advance in MCP? Like, how are they going to increase their daily MCP? How are they going to do that in 6 months from now? The way the system is currently set up, it's going to be more and more difficult as every single day passes, because the cheap stuff is being eaten. So If you're not looking at MCP in the market right now, like there should not, this is just my opinion, there should not be a collectible secret rare for 20 gems in this app. Why are people still selling secret rares, collectibles that give you 6 points a day if it's not a set for 20 gems? How is this happening still? I see them on the floor and, I'm buying them. Like, so because they're so valuable, and like, why aren't they 30 or 40 gems? Because there's only so many of them. Just lock them away. You can't stack them. You'll get diminishing returns. So it's just one each. And that's probably why, because the user base isn't massive. So that's why you can still find some stuff. But, I don't know. This is where my mind is completely gone. Aside from, buying Spider-Man stuff for sure. Hinano's here. How you doing? Great to see you, man. Thanks for coming out. Fro is here as well. And I know the VVverse stuff is going great with you as well. I know you're doing awesome over there. Thanks for coming out today. Hinano, companies will adapt, and I think VV can become more than just a store. Yeah, right now it's a store, and they're building more of a, I agree with you. They're building more of an experience in the VVverse and stuff. And I just think when I look at this photo over here, I just think VV's got to have an island somewhere there that we can connect to. It's all connected, and I don't think it's a pipe dream either. They're building it on all the same, with Epic Games. Epic Games is working with Cavernous, with the Unreal Engine. I mean, VV's doing the same. I mean, it's not rocket science right here. And by the way, thank you so much, Biggest Bro, 23 months member. That's amazing. Stay tuned for my Discord, because the old school member rewards are coming for people, coming back again very soon here for people who are over 6 months members on the channel. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. And Baby Reese, how you doing? Thanks for the super chat. That's so nice of you, man. I really appreciate that for sure. This is back up here to the chat, but thanks so much, you guys, for sure, right? JW, can you see the highest MCP point bid during the drops? If not, thoughts on if we should? Yeah, so this is another great point that I was talking about as well. Where's my little thing right here? So the 42,000 points, we didn't know. So you're kind of blind bidding. The good news is you don't lose your points. So it's okay not to know. It kind of adds a little bit of extra gamemanship and strategy and luck and fun and mystery, which is cool for a drop. It keeps people interested. Because if you saw if you saw the minimum bid was 80,000, I mean, you would just not even, you'd be like, okay, well, whatever, I have no chance or whatever. Or it would really drive it up, right? I mean, it would turn into a bidding war, which could also, some people might like that as well, but it would completely price out anybody from the bidding process. So I would like to be able to see, the bids on the fly, as they're going. But, I think in these early stages, we'll just keep it the way it is. And but that could be something in the future. But I would like to be able to see it. I mean, if you're on eBay and you're bidding and stuff, it's always at the last couple of seconds. If you're not, so people, if you're not experienced with bidding on eBay or any kind of bidding at all, where you're doing an auction, an online auction. So I'll just talk about eBay because, so the people will bid a minimum bid. They'll get in there. They'll be in there. And if you bid, if somebody bids $12 on something, okay, and, you can put a bid in for $50, but it'll show up as 13. It'll put you just above the next person. And the next person has to beat your 50 to get above you. Well, so if they go 49, you'll still be, if they go 48, eBay will put you at 49. Until they actually bid more than you bid, they'll be behind you. So it's a game. Now, nobody knows what the highest bid there is either. So you have to kind of go way ahead, and it'll correct for you. So that's a way that they could do it here. So we don't know the highest bid. But right in the last 10 seconds of an auction, I mean, the bids just go nuts, right? Because people wait till the last second. They don't want to show their cards and push the price up too much. So that would be sort of the way to do it. So if you knew it was 42,000, people would just start a bidding war, right? So I don't mind that we don't know. It's a great question. I've thought about that. We've talked about that a little bit as well, but I don't mind that we don't know. It's totally cool with me right now at this particular moment. Viva la vida. I hope CryptoCoins deliver marketplace ASAP. Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm patient. I'm okay. I can wait. Those collectibles they have aren't going anywhere. They're just sitting there. And people who have put a lot of money in. There's been a lot of debate with the BOGO deals, and and for people who spent a lot at the beginning. Over on Cryptoys over here, right? And I agree with those people as well, right? I love the BOGO deals. It helps me out, and so I always love a deal. I always love a discount. No matter in what, if it's here or if it's like IRL at a store, if my opinion about it, if something goes on discount, it doesn't affect that I bought it earlier at a different price. I don't get mad about that because, sometimes sales happen. I actually want Vivi to do sales. If Vivi could do some sales, I would really appreciate that. That would be great. Put some of this stuff that's still in the store on half price on Vivi, right? So yeah, I mean, like their marketplace, if it's going to come eventually. We don't know when, but it's going to get here eventually. But yeah, if you could take some of this stuff, you go to Vivi and you take this stuff in the store right here, okay? Because the Rabbids drop right here is not sold out. 25 gems right there. So, how about this idea? I mean, they'd have to work with the IP on this, but how about in a week or two in an undisclosed time so people don't just wait because that would hurt their price, right? How about if it's in here for like 3 months and they don't tell anybody when because then Vivi's got to protect their IPs, and they can't just like if they tell you in 1 week this will go half price, nobody would buy it. You know what I mean? So they can't avoid that. They have to avoid that from a business perspective. But if they just threw this down, say, hey, guess what, everybody? The remaining supply right here is going to be sold for $12.50. Boom, sell it out. I would love to see stuff like that, but I don't think that's going to happen. But these are just other ideas as well. I know you guys feel the same way, mostly on that. Hinano, they should sell all the rares on Cryptoys as a rotating store for all their drops. So they've established a $29.99 price point for that rarity. That would really help. So this is the Cryptoys we're talking about right here. This is the rare version. I like that idea. That's a good idea too. $29.99 for this one instead of $39.99, right? And why not? And by the way, this is higher for me because I'm in Canada. It's a higher price, so right. But yeah, why not do that? Give us all the I like this because it's numbered. There's a certain amount of them. There's a date. There's a price, and you know which one you're going after. And that's what I really like about it. I like blind boxes too because it's exciting, but not for everything. I want to be able to go after some stuff. So yeah, I agree with you on that one for sure, right there, Hinanu. Viva la Vivi, who remembers when Dan Carruthers mentioned on the Vivi Vantage that the current app looks old? Are we sleeping on potentially massively upgraded Vivi app? I think so. They're always going to keep building. They're always going to keep progressing. The app's never going to be finished. It's never going to be done. So that's probably going to happen in the future as well. Kryptoni, Candy is a top 3 best platforms in my opinion. Drophead Gang, 0 listed. I know. Not too many people are selling the Dropheads because they have the utility, right? Which is fun. But Candy right here is a top 3 platform. Yeah, I love Candy. I think they're doing really well. And I did see that I did see Kryptoni that you went out. I was following you on Twitter as always. I'm always following your posts. I see that you picked up a back cal for 200, right? I believe recently. And I think you threw out the call. If anyone wants to sell one with a mod on it or whatever. So we have buyers, right? I still got to get a new back cal, right? So I'm just watching the floor on them. I watch it. I check in on it every 2 days or so. I check in on it to see where the floor is on the back cals and see if there's one I want. So, I'll have my back cal back or a new one, right? Woody, hope everyone's doing a great day today. Yeah, you too, man. I hope you're doing great. D's here. How you doing, D? Great to see you as well. Thanks for coming out. You guys do such a great job on your channel too, so keep it up. I absolutely love it. Mark, how you doing? I'm not buying anything on Cryptoys until they have a marketplace. Yeah, you can do that. You can definitely do that if you want, because then you can sell and you can go in and it's going to be really fun. Like, I'm excited about it. I'm not mad about it that they don't have a marketplace yet. I'm excited for when it comes because then I can go get that Vader I want. I don't have if you look at my backpack right here. Okay, I always share what I got. I got my two opened ones here, the Luke Legendary and the Luke Rare. That's cool. Okay, and then I got my wrapped cubes right here. I got my rare Obi-Wan, my common my common Obi-Wan. I got Minnie Mouse Grail. I got Mickey Mouse Classic. That's the one I wanted. I got Darth Vader Grail. I got a Luke Rare, and I got a Granger Common. So I'm pretty happy with what I have so far. You know, it's okay. It's just small, but I'm good. I'm just waiting patiently. And when it all comes in the future here, when they have a marketplace, then you're going to see me with a whole lot more. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure, right? By the way, did anybody go for this drop today? I didn't go for this one today. I got to save my gems for other things, but kind of cool. But this one's going to be interesting. There's a New Zealand stamp drop coming up that's going to be interesting that I'm going to review as well. So Bill likes 40%. Yeah, cool. That's cool. Keep it where it's at. That's all good for sure, right? So Fogg, how you doing? Thanks for your good energy. Thanks for yours too, man, for coming out today. Just bought a Golden Moment Pixar truck. Goal for season 1 Batman set and Golden Moment set complete. Congratulations. That is awesome. The season 1 Batman set. Woo. I wish I owned that one. That's pretty nice for sure. And watch, one day they're going to turn around and go, hey, season 1 Batman set holders, here you go. And everyone's going to be like, damn, I guarantee this is going to happen. Hinano, I've been buying cheap secret rares and S-tier common and uncommon comics, although the floors have been rising. They have been. Every single day, multiple times a day, I'm in there. So the cheap secret rares they're about 28 to 30 right now on the comics. They're 20 to 21. Like, I mean, those pencils are still at 18. You know, if you don't have that's a good plan, you know. If you guys, I'm just saying, if you guys don't have the pencils, okay, where's the pencils? The collectibles here. Let's just go right here on the secret. Hold on a second. Let's just go on the secret rare right here. Okay, and let's go on sort by price low. So, I mean, these are like 20 gems. So I have almost all of these. I don't have the treasure or these moments or the Hooverville or the play poster, but I have these guys. And, you know, at some point, I'm just guessing the app's not really letting me scroll right here. Sorry, guys, but there's more down below here, obviously. There's like the Battlestar Galactica emblem, and there's other ones like that. And there's actually the other the Friends other poster is actually about 28 gems. These are at about 21 or so. But if you don't have these, I picked these up a week or two ago. It's $17.90. The points on that is the best you'll get in the app, pretty much. So it's kind of interesting, right, that they're still there. It's funny because they went up a bit, but there's a decent amount of them. That's probably why. But Janoy, how you doing? Jonoy, how you doing? What's up, MC? I thought today's drop would sell out. I bid at 15K. I have 1.6 million accumulated at 3,000 per day, so not bad. That is nice. You're set up beautifully. Set up absolutely beautifully for sure. So yeah, man, save those points if you can, because you might have to you might have to bid $1 million. Fro, all in on Grogu. Let me just bring Grogu up here. Hold on. Grogu, get over here for a second. Okay, Grogu, come here. Grogu. Okay, guys. Guys, let me just ask you guys this. Okay, I know Grogu. Okay, I'm sorry. He was hanging out. He was deep in forced meditation. Grogu, okay, come on up here. Hold on. Fro wants to know. Here, let's get you big here, for Grogu. Okay, Grogu, get up here. Okay, Grogu. Okay. How many points would you bid for this guy? Fro, how many points? 1 million? Grogu, come back. They're going to tell you how many points they're going to bid for you. I'm telling you guys, it better be 1 million. Okay, fine. Just go over there. I'm sorry. He was in deep forced meditation right there. What were you thinking about? Okay, you can't tell me. Anyway, what would you bid for Grogu? Vlog, happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday to you too, man. Thanks for coming out. Felix, how you doing? Great to see you too. Walrus King, UMC, VV Crew, happy Monday morning from Australia. Oh yeah, you're in the future. Walrus King is in the future for me. So tell us what's happening in the future, Walrus King. What has Vivi announced? Did they announce Wolverine yet? He's in the future. Oh man, Chombo, how you doing? I thought the bidding was going to be for a drop before the public drop, so we could go for both. Yeah, like separating it, right? Well, they just put you into the public drop if you don't land it with a bid, so it just gets moved in. So you got two chances at it in a way, even though it's not separate, right? And I actually, Chombo, that would be cool to see that, but then I think it would add more time to the process, and like when you have like the McFarlane stuff right here, and then you have the the allow list phase 1, 2, and 3. The drop takes a lot longer, and I do think that that's cool how they do it, but I prefer it just all in one shot. I don't want to be spending my whole day, but yeah, that's kind of an interesting thing that you might have thought too as well, right? For sure. So, Baby Reese, how you doing? Platos. I have only 72 items. But a higher vault value than most top 200 to 300 wallets. Without Omi, I could be a starter. Yeah, right. So the Omi, if you're talking about if you have lots of Omi in there, it's really powerful for sure. And as Omi rises in price, it's going to be harder to fill that 10 million floor, which I don't have. I only have about. I'm seriously. I've been giving away a lot of Omi on this channel, not like hordes. Obviously, we're just past 1 million, but 25,000 more today is going out to you guys. So I only have about 300 and I'm getting just under 400,000 Omi in the app right now that I have put in. So I need to up that big time. Those are rookie numbers in this racket. G33. Hey, MC, I have a few low edition collectibles that get me virtually no MCP. Exactly. So over the last couple of days, I bought about 100 common collectibles and rare comics to be competitive. Yeah, I've been really, focused on specific items, specific MCP. And that's why I bought Miss Minutes. She was a really good one at 27 gems. She gets me 7 a day. I thought that was really good. So yeah, I'm with you. I got, lots of amazing fantasies and a lot of 3-digit commons, and stuff like that. So, and then all my collectibles that I have, I'm up to 60 now, which, some people obviously blow me away in that area, but I have like the ones I want, all my favorites, that I can afford to anyway. And so, I haven't bought for MCP at all up until the last month or so. And then actually earlier than that, I was buying rare comics in at the end of the year, at the end of 2023. I was already going that route. It'd probably be back to November-ish. I was starting to really go, I need to focus here. So that's a good way to do it for sure, right? But yeah, putting more Omi in the app helps too. Double Quill, I did my blog on that. People being able to manipulate the system. Yeah, exactly. So it's a tough one. If you just say, well, if you have a 250 gem value collectible, you get an extra point a day. People would just raise up the value of like stuff like Fastos or something like that, like the Eternals, Marvel Mighties, just delist, everything will be worth a ton. We'll get lots of points. That would be a crazy experiment to see what would happen. So it's not quite the answer that we want, like we're saying here, but we'll figure something out. Hopefully they figure something out. We can keep suggesting, coming up with ideas. Digitalverse listing my matching Todds at the floor. Oh, this is your blue and your black. Very cool, you guys. Check it out. They match with the I guess your mint numbers. That's pretty cool. If anyone wants a set right there. Double Cool, they're selling secret rares for 20 gems so I can buy them. Yeah, just for you. They got the memo. The doctor's in the house. How you doing, Dr. Kinod? How you doing? Good afternoon, all. Thanks for coming out again today. Really appreciate you. What's good, doctor? Of course, we have Dr. Strange, too, who we love seeing here. We got a couple of doctors here. We got some smart viewers here, you guys. Rare Grind Beats, how you doing? Great to see you. Is Vivi still going to be going into music? I hope so. I don't know. People have had opinions on that for sure. And they have added music to their collectibles, like the Pink Panther and things like that. So they have music already. They had to get an extra, license for that on top of the collectible. So they've done that. But yeah, specifically music. I hope so. That would be a really interesting and cool side way to collect, or however they would plan to do that. So we'll just wait and see what they announce. I don't really know anything, obviously. So, not really my forte, but if they go into that direction, I definitely would be interested in checking that out and seeing how that goes. And it opens up a new audience too, which I think would be really important for sure. So we'll see what happens. But great question, Shankster. Hey, MC, how you doing? Good to see you today. Thanks for coming to the chat. As always, great to see you. Tang's here. VV lagging hard today. Add a server. More servers, you guys. Hit Best Buy. I didn't know it was lagging, right? So, yeah, the Super Bowl's coming up quick. We're going to end this pretty fast here. I'm going to get to my rewards here in just a second, guys. So stick around. You might win some Omi or a comic here and a drop head. So I'll do that really quickly here. Super Bowl pre-party. You have to catch this later. Yeah, man, I'm going to get going so everyone can watch the pre-party. There we go. Enjoy the pre-party. The Super Bowl's today. I'm not going to compete with the Super Bowl. I'm going to go watch it myself. So Platos, enjoy the pre-party. Platos Vault, new VVverse invites out. Anyone got one here? I don't think so. I don't see one. I haven't checked. So I didn't know that. Make sure you double check the invite. Remember, there was some sort of weird email that went out before that was not related to the VVverse, but it was some sort of weird one. So double check. But no, I haven't seen anything. Snoop, how you doing? What's in my collection? Yeah, you can see my collection is here. Every time I go live, I always post it right here. I got 60 collectibles. I got all my little favorites here. And you can see my purchases. These are my most recent purchases. Although I did relist Ghost Spider because I might need those gems actually to go after another secret rare. But I really wanted that one. Nice low mint. So, but I'm debating that one. She's listed, but I might delist. But anyway, I got the troopers here, of course. MODOK for his sets, he was a good one as well. These two, Miss Minutes and MODOK, were sitting down there, and the transformative potion, all great MCP at secret rare levels. Then I got the stamp, the We Can Do It stamp, and you can see I picked up all the pencils recently and the Dark Robin. And then I'm ready for Carnage and all that, right? And Venom. I got my Star Wars stuff, I still need the shuttle. I got my little sets right here. I got my Iron Man, my Miles Morales. It's got my Ghost Rider. I got my, Mysterio, one of my favorites on the app right there for fun. I got my little Spider-Man stuff, of course, my Biker Scouts, my little Soul Stone set, little Bat Signal set, X-Wing, Iron Man. Got the Stan Lee completed set. The Zombie Hunter set's fun. I got the Captain America Punch. For when they drop that comic, I'm going to want that right there. If they ever drop Cap 1, I want that. And I got, my VV logo, not the gold and silver. I don't own one of those, but I got this one. I got my little gauntlet, my Luke Skywalker full set, my Hulk, Vader set, Boba Fett set, my Miles. Got my original Golden Moments C-3PO set right there that I've got since drop day. I've held that. No one's ever owned those but me. So that's what my collection looks like for collectibles, So I only really have been buying the stuff I want. My comics are a little bit different. They've changed a bit. You can see right here. These are all my recent purchases. All rares and ultra rares coming down the line here that I bought lately. If you scroll down, all Spider-Man focused because that's what I love. That's why I want to try to get MCP, but still buy stuff I like. So I've been really focused on getting all these rares and getting my MCP up. And then if you scroll down a little bit further through that, you get into my common collection right here, which has got all 3-digit commons. I've had to sell a couple of my Marvel Secret Wars. I haven't wanted to, but I've had to transition I basically traded some of these for a rare comic to do MCP. But I still have a nice stack of the uncommons for sure. I got 5 of those now. But here's all my common 3 digits. All the stuff that's more recent. These don't give me any MCP at all, but they're fun. There's my Amazing Fantasy stack right there. So there's my full collection. I always share it. If you ever want to know, it's always fully transparent for you. Tony, people will kick themselves for selling an OG McFarlane badges for $5. About to start my stack. That's crazy. That's really interesting. Need to sell one more comic and boom, another Bat Cowl. There you go. You'll get more Bat Cowls. Yeah, they're good prices right now. Popey, how you doing? Hey, MC, go drop it. Hey, Popey, just so you know, since you're here, this is for you, right? You know that you won this, so we haven't sent it yet. So I'll ask Kinano to help out again, but you won this a while ago. I still have it here for you. After you win another comic, maybe today, right? I'll get you a nice package and put your winnings together. You got this one, this Venom. And then, just so you know, you got your wins. You got your Craven comic too, right? With the black suit. So this stuff is piling up here for you. And we have a little thing, right? Because he lives in a spot what's hard for me to send to. But he's one of our drop head whales. Super appreciate you. So thank you for your patience on that. We'll get those out to you. We'll get a couple more wins here, which will happen very shortly. I'll put a little package together for you. And we'll have some fun for sure, right? And hopefully, Hinanu and Dee can help out again. I mean, they've been so gracious on that for you. I absolutely love it. Thanks, guys. No pressure if you can't. We'll figure out another way if they can't. But Chombo, scarcer drop should give more points, in my opinion. A common 5,000 comic book gives you the same as a common 60K. That is a really interesting point, Chombo. So if you have a comic that has less editions, couldn't it give you more MCP? That's a really nice point. I like that. Because then if you go after the scarce stuff, yeah, that's interesting. Well, the thing about it is that the stuff from the past, then it kind of devalues them, though. So maybe I have to think about that a bit more. But it's an interesting suggestion. At first I liked it. Now I'm not so sure. But I do think that's pretty cool. It's a good idea, in a lot of ways. Nice, Cal. Yeah, there you go, man. Aldrodero, snap. The VVverse invite. Cool, man. I hope you got it. That's great. I'll have to double check and see if I get mine too. Hopefully I got in there. That would be amazing. We're going to have fun in the next live stream. Of course we can't. If you get in there, we'll see what you have to do if you can't post it or not. That's cool. Crazy Dan. How you doing? Great to see you. That's awesome, Aldrodero. If you got an invite, I'm going to have to go check it as well. D, yes, we can always send. Oh, thank you so much, D. That's so nice of you. That's so nice of you, right? I'm going to wait until he has a couple more wins, and we'll send it over. Yeah, Popey, Venom, and Craven. Awesome. No rush. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. That is so nice. We'll get those out to you. I got them. They're there. You won them, and we're just holding them for the moment. We'll send them out to you. And your patience means the world. And, of course, your guys' kindness to help out means the world, you guys. So that is awesome. That's what the community is all about right there for sure. Bob Sales, how you doing? Thanks for coming out. Great to see you as well, my friend. Hope you had a great time over in France. I saw all your posts and stuff and your vids. You look like you had a great time. Kryptoni, the community is dope. 85% of the reason I stay in VV. Yeah, man, that's right. It's a big part of it for sure. Double Quill, they won't give me a VVverse invite because I would break it one day. That is awesome. Janoy, you bid 500,000 for Grogu. Grogu! Where are you? Janoy, Grogu. I'll tell him. He's I don't know where he went to. He's probably getting something to eat. But I'll tell him $500,000. That is awesome, man, for sure. Okay, guys, let's get to the rewards right here. We got to let you guys go to the Super Bowl. Okay, let's do this right here. Let's get this up on screen. Let's do these rewards right now for you. Thanks for coming out, guys. We'll do our drop heads right here. We got 25,000 OMI going out. I'm going to give you out first the chance to win, to get into the program right here. Okay, I'll give you two drop head series 3D drop heads on OpenSea. You can use them in Spatial. You get the 3D files as well. If you email me after, owners of drop head 3s, if you do not have the 3D file, go on Discord, DM me there because I know you're a member already. And, I can send you the file by WeTransfer and over your email if you're cool with that. And then you can use the file whatever you want. You can go into Spatial with it and goof around. So the drop head 3s, I'm going to give 2 of those away. You get 3 spots in the 25,000 OMI. And then, of course, my comic rewards are going out today as well. Let's do the zombie drop head first and get you 3 spots. If you want a zombie drop head, if you want to win right now, just type zombie in the chat. And we'll do the whole thing where I do the scrolling thing, and somebody will get an extra drop head 3. There's only 33 of these left. So, there was over, how many did I put out? How many did we mint? I can't remember. But if you guys want this one, type zombie in the chat. There's only 33 remaining of this secret drop. And there's another thing to show you. There's 5 secret drops for zombie, for drop heads, okay? I have my wave 1 drop head 3s. Those are all out. Those are all fun. Those are all gone, completely sold out. And everybody, those are gone. So there's only 2 versions of drop head 3s left. There's the zombie and the plastic man. And there's 3 more secret versions of those. That's a set by itself. Okay. So I'm just working on the third secret drop to go with zombie and the plastic man. Okay. There's 3 more. So I'm working on the third one right now. It's going to be announced at some point in the future here, not so far away. And that'll be a fun time one. That'll be a cool one. I'll give you a hint. There's a skull involved, right? So it's going to be lots of fun. So anyway, keep typing zombie if you want a chance to win this guy. And I'll get you the spot in the comic rewards and the Omi rewards right now. It'll get you 3 extra, okay? And then we'll get you the drop head after the live stream. You guys ready? I'll give you another 10 seconds, and then I can scroll the chat. Whoever I land on will win, and we'll hook you up after the live stream. But I'll put your name right in the draw that's happening next right away. You guys ready? You guys know how this works, right? Okay. Got another 5 seconds. And then we'll go on to Plastic Man. You guys ready? Okay, here we go. I'm closing my eyes. Now I'm scrolling the chat, going up, going down. I'm scrolling up. I'm scrolling down and around. I'm scrolling here. I'm going up there. I'm scrolling back down right here. I'm stopping right there. And who is it? It's Kryptoni. Congratulations, Kryptoni. You win the drop head 3. That is awesome. There we go. So Kryptoni, you win drop head 3. I'll get this to you. Let me just right now add you to the, let's do this. Let's do the drop head 3 right there. Okay, so I'll add you to the list in just a second. Let's give away Plastic Man right here. So congrats, Kryptoni. There you go. You get another one. That's great. So, you just give me your wallet address and a DM, and I'll just transfer them over. And we're good to go from there. Congratulations. That's awesome. So now this guy is the same thing. It's Plastic Man. He does what he wants. He's got plastics, outfit. I don't know who would wear this outfit, but he does. Who would wear an outfit like this? Only him. But anyway, he's one of our other secret drops. There's 5 of them. So if you want Plastic Man, type in the chat, Plastic Man. Just type Plastic Man in the chat, and then I'll do the exact same thing in just a second right here. It's pretty fun, right? He does what he wants. So type them in, you'll get your 3 spots. Kryptoni, I'll add your 3 spots to both the Omi rewards and the comic rewards in just a second with the winner of this one as well. And hopefully that gets you maybe you win with that. I know you guys already have other entries, but they stay there forever. So the more spots you got, the better chance you have to win every single week. And I have the Omi rewards leaderboard. And I'll show you who's at the top, who's won the most Omi on the channel here in the last year and a half, because we've been doing this a long time now. So keep typing Plastic Man right here. It'll just take a sec. I need a few more entries to be able to do my scrolling mechanic. Keep typing in. You can enter more than once. You can keep typing, Just don't do a paragraph of Plastic Man. Somebody tried that in the past. It was really smart, because if I land on it's easier to land on a paragraph than it is. So just type one-liners right there. Give you another 5 seconds. Okay. Keep typing. There we go. You guys ready? Okay, here we go. I'm going to go. I'm closing my eyes now. I'm scrolling up the chat, scrolling down. Keep typing. Scrolling over here, over there, up around, scrolling over there, up, down, right here. And I'm stopping right there. And who is it? It's Christopher. Congratulations, Christopher. You win that one. There you go. Okay, so Christopher, you win Plastic Man. So congratulations. Let me know you saw that you won down in the chat. And just DM me with your wallet, and I'll just transfer this guy over to you after the live stream today. So that's pretty cool. There you go, Christopher. Let us know you won. Give us a confirmation down below with a yay or a whatever. Otherwise, it goes back to rebounds. We've had rebounds in the past where people have won, but then they lost connection or something like that and went and got a muffin or something like that. There you go. Okay, we got confirmation. It's always a key. Okay, that's great. So now let's go down to the rewards right here. Let's scroll in. Okay, so here we go right here. Let's add in. Okay, so we got 5102 to 510. And that would be 345. So 5105. Okay. And that's Kryptoni right there. And then we'll do the same thing right here, 5106 to 510789. So 9. So you get spot 7, 8, and 9. And that goes to Christopher. Okay. Nice. Now, this is going to be the same thing for the OMI rewards. So we got those entries right there. That's great. So now we go to the OMI rewards, and you get those 3 spots right here added in the exact same way right here, same numbers and everything. I'm streamlining the process right here. Okay, so let's do, you guys want to do the comics first? Let's do the comics first. They're fun. And then we'll do the OMI, okay? So here we go. Let's show you the comics. Comic number 1, Star Wars Annual, King Size Annual number 2 from 1982. This is comic number 1. Let's do this one. And then we got Marvel Tales number 176. This is the reprint of the VV comic we just got. So that's pretty cool, right? Good cover and everything. And then another Green Goblin, because, you know, we had that Green Goblin comic. So I really wanted to make sure we get those. So that's pretty cool. Green Goblin. This is Web of Spider-Man 67. But then I wanted to give you a slightly more valuable old school Green Goblin appearance in the Amazing Spider-Man series. This is number 178 from 1977. So that's nice. A nice Green Goblin. Mary Jane's on the cover there. This is, you know, right around getting a few more years and they get married. But anyway, and then we got the Bronze Age Captain America. It's just a really nice comic. So there's those 5 right there. So let's do this right now. What we do is we go to the random number generator over on the internet webs. Let's go right here. Okay, so we got, let me just bring this up. Random number generator, then we do the draw. This goes quickly. There we go. Okay, so how many entries we got right here? Let's see. We got 5109. Okay. You'll see this in the background. I'll bring it up on screen. I like to do this live. You don't have to be here as a member to win, but I like to do this live so everybody can see, right? So here we go. Let's stop the screen. Let's present the random number generator so you can always refer back to the number of the person who won. So we got 5109 here. Let's reset this right here. So 5109, let's generate that. Let's go 5109. There we go. We got to reset. Okay, so the first comic is Star Wars Annual 2. Let's generate 884. Who is in position 884? Okay, let's see who wins this comic. 884 is, let's see. It's Goody Vision. So Goody Vision wins this one right here, the Star Wars comic. Okay, Goody Vision. And I'll connect with people on my Discord in case they're not watching, and they'll get notified of this, right? So the second comic is the Marvel Tales comic, the Amazing Spider-Man reprint, the one that we got in VB. Let's generate this one. 1388. Excuse me. Who's in position 1388? 1388 is, let's see, on the master entry list right here. That's Papalgus. Papalgus gets that one. He hasn't won in a little bit. That's pretty cool. Okay. So Papalgus wins that one for sure. Okay, let me just double check the name on 1388. Papalgus. I always get his last name spelled wrong. There we go. Okay, he wins that one. Now, let's go on to the Web of Spider-Man number 67 with the Green Goblin. Let's generate 1754. Let's see who wins this one. 1754. This is Mark Meister. So Mark Meister wins one of our, that's one of our whales right there. There we go. Mark Meister wins the Web of Spider-Man number 67. Now we got the Amazing Spider-Man. Let me just open this up right here. I'm going to show you this one because I like this one a lot here. Where is it right here? Let me just get this one up. I like this one a lot. This one's a good one. This one. Oh, it's a beauty. I'm sorry. Spider-Man comics, you know, they're just number one for me. I can't help it. But look at this one with Aunt May in the grip of the Green Goblin. Aunt May is dying and only Peter Parker can save her. But where is he? In the grip of the Green Goblin. So pretty cool. Anyway, so here's this one. Let's generate that. Number 4467. So this is a Drophead 3 owner because the higher numbers are Drophead 3 owners. 4467. Let's see who wins that one. 4467. That's Dub! Dub Dollar wins that one. 4467. Yeah, Dub Dollar wins. Congratulations, Dub. There we go. So Dub Dollar wins that comic right there. And now we got this really nice Marvel double feature. Okay. Let's bring this guy up here because it's a nice Bronze Age. Look at this Cap comic right here. Nice comic. Look at that. Wanted. Captain America Wanted, Dead or Alive. So, that's kind of fun right there. This is from 1975. So I always love these comics. Double feature in there, Captain America and Iron Man. Let's generate 4690. So that is another Drophead 3 holder right there. So let's go 4690. 4690. Where is it? Right here. That's Evolved. Evolved Collects wins that one. So there you go, Evolved. Congratulations. Actually, the funny thing is Evolved had the spots of 4689 to 4691. So right in there, he snuck in the middle and got that one. So Evolved got that comic. Congratulations. I'll send it off to him. And I love what Evolved has been doing too with his channel and everything. So that's so cool that he won. So there's the 5 right there that win on the drop heads. Let's show you them who won again. Then we'll get to the Omi, which goes a bit quicker. Evolved wins this this Marvel double feature Bronze Age comic. Congratulations, Evolved. And then Dub Dollar wins the Amazing Spider-Man 178. And then Mark Meister wins Web of Spider-Man 67. And Papalgus wins the Spider-Man reprint number 176 of the Spider-Man 37 that we just got in the app. And then because we had some Star Wars stuff come last week, Goody Vision wins King Size Annual number 2 Star Wars. So congratulations, you guys. Those are good wins right there. Now we got 5 Omi winners of 5,000 Omi. Now, I'm going to do something a little bit special right here for you in the chat. Because of the guys who stuck around, I really appreciate you. Someone in this chat right now is going to win 5,000 Omi just for hanging out and waiting this long. And I'm going to add an extra winner here just for you in the chat, just for hanging out. So in the chat, if you want to win 5,000 Omi, type in 5,000 Omi in the chat. And if one of you will win 5,000 Omi right now just for hanging out. So type that in while I get this prepared. And I'll just transfer it over to you. Thanks for coming out today. I really appreciate it. Omi's getting more attention, which is really cool. It's going up. So someone's going to get 5,000 Omi. So I got the extra spot. The yellow entry right here is the live stream. So we're going to give away 30,000 Omi now. So just for coming out today, you guys, just for being here, I really appreciate you when you guys come out and watch the live streams and hang out and support. And specifically when you stick around through the Drophead rewards, because I know not every viewer is involved in it. And but that's why I want to reward you guys, for hanging. And who doesn't want 5,000 Omi? So this will be transferred over to you after the live stream. So DM me with your wallet, whoever wins, and I'll get the Omi to you. Now, sometimes gas fees are a bit high. You might have to wait a few hours or a day, because, otherwise. But we'll get it to you as soon as possible. And it's usually the same day, right? So anyway, keep scrolling right here. Keep going. I'll give you guys another, I think we got good entries right here. I'll give you another 10 seconds. So I have a nice scrolling thing right here of who to get through. And then we'll do the Drophead rewards, but this is for you guys down here. You guys ready? Another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm scrolling. I'm going up. I'm going down. I got my eyes closed. I'm scrolling, going up over here, up over there. Okay, over there. And I'm stopping right here. And who is it? It's Doctor. It's the Doctor. The Doctor wins. Congratulations. That is awesome. You get your 5,000 Omi from the live stream. There you go. Congratulations. Let me know you saw that you won. Okay, confirm that you saw. Because otherwise we'll do a rebound. Okay, the Doctor. Congratulations on that. That might be your first live stream win, right? Because the live stream wins are different than the drop head wins for sure. Yeah, there you go. Thank you too for coming out and being such a great supporter. I will. You'll DM me. I'll get you your 5,000 Omi. Now we got the other 25,000 Omi to go up. We got 5 winners going up right here. So let's stop the screen. Let's go back to the random generator right here. Very fun, you guys. Okay, so 5,000, 5109. So let's just reset this right here to 1. It's the same amount of entries, 5109, because I've actually streamlined my entries so it's not too complicated. Okay, so this is for the drop head holders right here. Let's see who wins the first 5,000 Omi. Let's generate. Number 468. Oh, this is an OG. This is an OG drop head holder right here, 468. That's Yada Dog. So Yada Dog wins this one of our original OGs. That's great. Congratulations, Yada Dog. You win 5,000 Omi. Now we got another one. Let's go again. 3028. Who's in that position? 3028. Let me just scroll right here. 3028 is Tong Collect. Tong Collect wins that one. So that's another 5,000 for Tong Collect. And I'll recap as soon as we're done here and show you the results as well. But Tong Collect wins 5,000 Omi. Congrats. Now we go another 5,000 to position 1059. So who's in position 1059 here? I'm looking at the master entry list, 1059. Where is it? 1059 is Painful Monkey. So Painful Monkey wins that one right there. Another 5,000 Omi for Painful Monkey. There we go. Okay. Painful Monkey. Now we got another 5,000 Omi. We got a couple more to go here. 3469. Let's see who's in that position right here. 3469. It would be cool if one of our winners from today on the drop heads, if Kryptoni and Christopher could win in their new positions. But we'll see what happens. It's all random. 3469. Who's this? This is, let me just see right here. Hold on one sec. 3469. That's G Money. G Money wins 5,000 Omi. Congrats, G Money. And I post these results on our Discord. So the last 5,000 Omi winner for today is, let's go, generate 545, another OG. Okay, let's see who's in position 545. The 545th drop head to be purchased. That's pretty awesome, actually, or acquired. 545 goes to Ghost 888. So Ghost 888 wins the 5,000 Omi right there. So congrats to all. Sorry for anyone who didn't win this particular time around, but we got good winners here today as well. And it kind of shares the wealth. A couple of these people haven't won in a bit, which is cool. Here are our winners from today. Yada Dog, Tong, Painful Monkey, G Money, Ghost 88, and the Doctor from the live stream. So this is 30,000 Omi. So let's bump up our total. 1,034,000 Omi, which is really cool. Now, I will update the leaderboard, but check this out. Right at the top of our all-time leaders for winners, there's Painful Monkey gets 5,000 today. Check it out. Right at the top, Yada Dog and Painful Monkey both win. So check this out. Painful Monkey gets boosted up right here. Okay. As the leader, solidifying a little extra position. 84,000 Omi now to Painful Monkey as the all-time leader. And Yada Dog, I think, is up here as well. So where's Yada Dog? Got 5,000 today. So Yada Dog is up to 57,000 in 4th position. Ghost 888 right here. Let's see. Ghost 888 has 5,000 Omi today. So Ghost 888 jumps up to 59,000. And look, Ghost 88 passed Goody Vision right there. Goody Vision won a comic today, but not Omi. Then G Money gets 5,000. Let's do this. Where's G Money? Sorry, I'm looking at this right here. G Money, where are you? G Money gets 5,000. G Money vaults up nicely. That's 14,000 Omi now for G Money. And who do we miss right here? So Yada Dog, Tong Collect. Let's see, where's Tong right here? Tong gets 5,000. So where's Mr. Tong Man? Okay, that's different, I believe, isn't it? So Or is that the same? There's Ton Collect right here. Ton Collect goes up to 10,000 Omi now. So I'll move Ton Collect up the leaderboard. And then, so Yada Dog, Ton Collect, Painful Monkey, G Money, Ghost. And then the Doctor. The Doctor, where are you right here? On the leaderboard, Doctor. Where are you? You got to be somewhere on this leaderboard right here. Is this your first win? Doctor, is this your first win, or am I forgetting your name on Discord? Let me know. What's your name on Discord? Or is this your first Omi win? Because that would be amazing if you're still here. We'll update it a little bit later for sure. I'll get the confirmation on that. But that's awesome, you guys. So there you go. I hope you guys have an awesome day today. Bob Sales, thanks for the big 23-month member as well. I appreciate you being here right from the start. And oh, it's Mark Meister, of course. What am I talking about? I'm so sorry. Here we go. Let me present. Obviously Mark Meister. So you win twice today. I always forget. So you're look at you. You're up to 40,000. I had a bit of a brain cramp there, Mark Meister. Where are you? Yeah, I know. I know you are too. I just had a brain cramp. So there you go. You're up to 40,000 right there. You can see there. So you're moved on. Look at that. You're solidified your position as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th position, and you're climbing. And I think you won. Did you win a comic today too? Where is he? Goody. Yeah, so you won twice. Congratulations. There you go, man. That's awesome. Okay, guys, have yourselves a great day. Watch the Super Bowl. Check things out. Look at those MCP. We'll see what gets announced. I have some more videos coming up this week for sure. Live streaming, of course, this week. More comics and Omi to give away, and other stuff as well coming up as well. So just stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a good weekend, you guys, and thank you once again for coming out. Cheers.